What if the most advanced smartphone of 2025 was already here, but you'll never get to use it? What if the phone that pushes the boundaries of photography, design, and innovation is locked behind invisible walls? Well, that's exactly what's happening with the Huawei Pura 80 Ultra. And the reason why, it's not just politics, it's way deeper. Welcome back, viewers! James here. If you're into tech that's bold, mysterious, and a little bit rebellious, hit like, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next. Okay, so here's the thing. Huawei didn't just drop a new phone. They dropped a message. The Pura 80 Ultra isn't about sales numbers or market dominance. It's a statement, a flex, a warning shot. It says, we're still here, and we're not done yet. Let's talk hardware first because wow, this phone has a camera setup that feels like it belongs on a 3000 mirrorless rig. At the center is a 50MP 1-inch sensor, the kind of sensor size you never see in a smartphone, and it's paired with variable aperture from 1.6 to 5.0. That's 16 stops of precision, letting you control light like a pro. But it doesn't stop there. The true mic drop moment is the dual-lens telephoto system, something no other phone has pulled off at this level. It stacks two telephoto lenses on a single 50MP sensor. One lens handles 3.7x zoom, the other a mind-bending 9.4x optical zoom. Digital tricks, no shortcuts, just clean, lossless. You shoot across a stadium or capture details on a skyscraper. And the clarity, insane. Add a 40MP ultra-wide with autofocus and 4K video, plus a 13MP selfie cam that shoots at 4K 60, and you're looking at the most complete over-camera setup on any phone in 2025. But here's the plot twist. Almost nobody outside China will buy this phone, and not because it's bad, it's because it's invisible. Huawei, once the #1 smartphone maker in the world, is now practically erased from shelves outside Asia. The fall wasn't natural, it was engineered. In 2019, the US hit Huawei with a ban that blocked them from using key American technologies. No more Google, no Qualcomm chips, no ARM architecture. Boom, overnight they were cut off. But instead of dying, Huawei pivoted. They built their own chipsets like the current 9020. They built HarmonyOS to replace Android. And while the 9020 isn't quite Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 level, it's enough to power this camera monster. Sure, Geekbench 6 scores of 1200 a single core and 3600's multi-core aren't top tier. 3D Mark score of 1800, mid-range stuff. But that's not what this phone is about. This phone's not chasing benchmarks, it's chasing creativity. Still, let's be honest, for most users, a phone without Google is a hard sell. No YouTube app, no Play Store, no Gmail. Yes, there are workarounds. You can use the web versions. And some enthusiasts have ways to install APKs, but 99% of people don't want to go through that. They want simplicity, and Huawei's offering complexity. That's the paradox. It's like having a supercar with no gas station in sight. Beautiful, powerful, but limited in where it can take you, unless you're willing to break a few rules. But maybe that's the point, because here's what almost nobody outside tech circles is talking about. Huawei isn't trying to win your market anymore. Not really. The global fight was lost the moment the sanctions hit. What they're building now is survival tech, independent tech, a China-first ecosystem that doesn't need the West to succeed. And it's working. Inside China, Huawei is thriving. Thriving. They're everywhere. Phones, TVs, smartwatches, routers, smart homes, EVs, you name it. In Shenzhen, walking around feels like stepping into a Huawei-powered future. And in Q1 2025, they reported a 37% revenue increase year over year. That's massive. And it's almost entirely driven by Chinese consumers. So here's the big question, why even release the Pura 80 Ultra globally at all? And the answer might shock you because it's a signal. It's Huawei telling the world, you didn't break us. They're flexing innovation. Proving that even with sanctions, even without access to US tech, they can still push boundaries, still lead, still invent. And the Pura 80 Ultra is innovative. The camera system is one of a kind. The design is sleek and bold with an unmistakable luxury feel. The build quality, immaculate. And the software, though unfamiliar to many, is fast, responsive, and refreshingly ad-free. It's not a phone for everyone, it's a phone for believers. But let's talk honestly, is it worth it? If you live in China, absolutely. If you're a tech enthusiast or content creator who wants to shoot cinematic 4K 60 with real zoom range on a phone, yeah, it's worth looking into. But for the average user outside of China, it's a tough ask. You'll be trading convenience for uniqueness. And that's not a swap most people want. But that doesn't mean it's a failure. In fact, Huawei is quietly laying the foundation for something bigger, a future where they don't need Google or Qualcomm or Intel, a future where China's tech ecosystem stands fully on its own. Think about it, Huawei already sells their own laptops with HarmonyOS, their own silicon, their own cloud, their own voice assistants, their own app gallery. It's a walled garden, but it's blooming. And someday, if political tides shift, if sanctions ease, or if they crack the global market again with the right device at the right moment, they'll be ready. The Pura 80 Ultra may not change Huawei's global fate today, but it's proof that they're still in the race, still evolving, still building towards something big. And maybe that's what makes this phone special. Not because it will sell millions, but because it reminds the tech world underdogs don't always stay down. And sometimes, the best innovation happens when no one's watching.